Capricorn, stop scrolling right now. I'm serious. This is not just another casual horoscope, and it's definitely not just another random prediction floating around online. What I'm about to tell you carries weight. It carries urgency. It's a direct cosmic warning meant only for you. Before September 30th, 3 powerful messages will break into your life. They won't knock politely. They'll arrive like thunder, sudden and shocking. And if you ignore them, if you brush them off as coincidence, you could end up blocking the very blessing you've been waiting years to receive. Listen carefully, because these 3 messages are not ordinary signs. They are divine signals wrapped in disguise. They will appear like problems, like interruptions, even like danger at first glance. But hidden inside them is a miracle so shocking it could change the entire course of your destiny. Capricorn, the universe knows how strong you are. You've carried burdens heavier than most people could even imagine. You've fought battles in silence, worked harder than everyone else, and sacrificed without recognition. And now, finally, the cosmic energy is shifting. But here's the catch. Your miracle will not arrive with a pretty bow on top. It will come hidden in the very moments you're tempted to dismiss. These 3 messages will test you. One will stop you in your tracks when you thought you were moving forward. Another will come as a shadow, a whisper from the past, or a messenger you never expected. And the last will be disguised as a sudden, risky doorway you're almost too afraid to walk through. Most Capricorns will miss them. They'll label the signs as bad luck or stress or just another rough week. But you, if you're still watching this right now, you're not most Capricorns. You're here because your spirit knows this warning is for you. Ignore it, and you risk losing everything you've worked so hard to build. But recognize it, trust it, and act on it, and you unlock the miracle that has been circling your energy field all year long, waiting for this very moment to break through. This isn't just advice. This is a countdown. And the clock is ticking fast, straight towards September 30th. Capricorn, let's step deeper into why this moment, this exact stretch of days before September 30th, feels so charged with intensity. It isn't random. It isn't coincidence. The truth is, September's final days are holding a rare alignment that hasn't touched your sign in years. And when the cosmos points its energy toward Capricorn, it doesn't come softly. It comes with trials that test your discipline, your patience, and your courage. But it also comes carrying rewards so extraordinary they can only be called destiny. You see, the universe knows exactly who you are. You're the builder, the mountain climber, the sign that doesn't stop until the summit is reached. Other signs may give up halfway, but not you. That's why these final days of September are targeting you in particular. Because what's unfolding now is not for the faint of heart. It's for the souls who have proven time and again that they can stand tall no matter how heavy the storm. And Capricorn, you've been feeling it already, haven't you? The strange heaviness in the air, the sudden disruptions in your daily rhythm, the sense that something unseen is tugging at you from the shadows. That's not just stress. That's not just coincidence. That's vibration. 3 cosmic messages are already surrounding you, circling closer, waiting for the exact moment to land in your life. But here's the twist. The universe never delivers a breakthrough wrapped in gold paper. Instead, it disguises your blessings as warnings. It hides opportunity inside of obstacles. It lets the miracle appear first as chaos, so only the wise, only the awake, will recognize it for what it truly is. So when you feel the shock of the unexpected, don't label it as bad luck. When you hear the whisper of doubt or the resurfacing of an old connection, don't push it away. These are not accidents. They are the first echoes of your 3 cosmic messages. Capricorn, this is why you're being targeted. Not because life is unfair, not because the universe wants to break you, but because you've reached the threshold of something greater. September's last chapter is your turning point, and if you can see through the disguise, if you can hold steady through the test, what looks like warning signals will transform into the exact gateways you need to step into your long-awaited breakthrough. Capricorn, the first message the universe is sending to you is not going to feel like a gift. In fact, it may sting, it may frustrate you, it may even make you question yourself. This first message arrives in the form of a sudden blockage. It could be a deal falling apart at the last minute, a plan that gets delayed out of nowhere, or someone giving you a shocking no when you were certain it would be a yes. At first glance, it feels like rejection. It feels unfair. You'll catch yourself thinking, why now? Why me? After everything I've invested, why would the door slam shut right when I thought I was getting closer? But here's the hidden truth that most people miss. This isn't rejection, it's redirection. The universe is not trying to punish you. It's protecting you from walking into something smaller than what you were truly meant for. That pause, that sudden block, is the divine way of holding you back just long enough to line you up with something 10 times greater. Let me give you an example. A Capricorn might lose a job opportunity they thought was perfect. The email comes back. We've decided to move forward with another candidate. It feels like a door slamming in the face. But within days, sometimes even hours, another opportunity appears. And this one doesn't just match their skills, it elevates their income, their status, and their long-term growth in ways the first job never could. The rejection was simply the universe clearing space for the real blessing. Capricorn, this is your warning. The blockage is not permanent, but your reaction to it will determine everything. If you resist, if you fight, if you push back and try to force the original plan to work, you'll lose precious time and energy. You'll stay locked in the wrong lane while the right lane passes you by. But here's the twist. This blockage is time sensitive. The new door, the one meant for you, will only swing open before September 30th. That means the pause you're experiencing now is not random, it's part of a countdown. If you surrender, if you lean into patience and trust instead of panic, you'll notice the signs pointing you toward the next opening. And when you take it, everything that felt like a loss will suddenly make sense. Think of it like climbing a mountain, Capricorn. You're halfway up, and a path looks clear, so you move toward it. But at the last second, rocks fall and the path collapses. You're angry, you thought that was the way up. But then, as you stand still, frustrated, you notice a hidden trail to the side, one you would have missed if the first path hadn't crumbled. That hidden trail doesn't just take you to the top, it gives you a better, safer, faster climb. That's exactly what's happening now. The sudden blockage isn't your downfall, it's your detour. And before September 30th, the detour will reveal itself as the very path you were meant to take all along. Capricorn, let's be honest, you don't like sudden changes. As an earth sign, stability is your foundation. You thrive on structure, on plans that make sense, on steps that feel solid beneath your feet. When something blocks your path or shifts out of nowhere, your first instinct is often to resist, to push harder, to try and force the situation back into the shape you expected. And that makes sense. You've built your life through discipline, consistency, and sheer persistence. But here's the challenge. The universe doesn't always work on logic. Cosmic timing is not about control, it's about alignment. Right now, the energy around you is shaking things up because your comfort zone has become too small for the miracle that's waiting. Think about it. If everything stayed steady, if nothing ever fell apart, you would keep walking the same safe path. But the universe knows you're destined for more. So it interrupts, it shakes, it blocks, because that's the only way to push you into the doorway of transformation. Let me share 2 stories, 2 different Capricorns faced with the same kind of pause. The first one experienced a sudden delay in their career. A contract they were counting on didn't come through. Instead of trusting the redirection, they panicked. They scrambled to fix it, begged for another chance, and clung desperately to the original plan. Months later, they were still stuck, drained, and wondering why nothing was moving. The blockage turned into regret because they couldn't let go. Now, the second Capricorn faced almost the exact same situation. A door closed, an opportunity slipped away. But instead of fighting it, they paused. They asked themselves, what is the universe trying to show me? They surrendered, even though it was uncomfortable. Within weeks, a better opportunity appeared, one that doubled their income and aligned perfectly with their long-term goals. Their trust turned what looked like loss into gain. Capricorn, this is the choice you face right now. Fear will keep you clinging to what's already ending. Trust will open the door to what's trying to begin. The cosmic timing is not against you, it's guiding you. But you must decide, will you resist, or will you lean into trust and allow the miracle to unfold? Capricorn, the second cosmic message doesn't come through events or sudden blockages, it comes through people. And here's where it gets tricky, because this one is disguised. The shadow messenger could arrive in many forms: a text you weren't expecting, a phone call from someone you haven't spoken to in years, an email that catches you off guard, or even a dream that drags an old memory back into the present. It could be an ex, a distant family member, a past business partner, or even a stranger who speaks words that echo something buried deep inside you. At first, it feels unsettling, almost eerie, like a ghost from your past has stepped back into the room. Your first instinct may be to recoil, to push it away, to think, why is this resurfacing now? I thought I had left this behind. But Capricorn, this isn't about fear, it's about truth. The shadow messenger doesn't come to hurt you. They come to deliver a missing piece of the puzzle, something you didn't even realize you needed. For example, imagine a Capricorn who suddenly gets a message from an ex-partner. The initial reaction is discomfort, maybe even anger. But then, in the conversation, that ex reveals something. Maybe an apology, maybe a truth that was hidden, maybe even a connection to someone new that changes everything. Suddenly, what began as a shadow brings closure, healing, and even the spark of a new opportunity. Or picture a Capricorn who dreams about a family member and wakes up with a strong urge to call them. When they do, they discover vital information about inheritance, about family property, or about a long-hidden truth that unlocks not only clarity, but financial freedom. But here's the twist. This shadow messenger isn't random. They carry the missing key. Without them, the chain of your breakthrough would remain incomplete. With them, the entire picture comes together, and it must happen before September 30th. Capricorn, the real challenge here is not to dismiss the messenger, because on the surface, they look unimportant, even bothersome. You might be tempted to ignore the call, delete the email, brush off the conversation. But if you do, you miss the very message designed to shift your destiny. The shadow messenger is like the echo of unfinished business. They show up not to drag you backward, but to release the last tie holding you from moving forward. Sometimes that release comes as forgiveness. Sometimes it comes as information. And sometimes it comes as an unexpected gift. So when the messenger arrives, and trust me, they will, pause before you react. Look deeper, listen closely, because behind their words, behind their presence, lies the key that could unlock money, healing, or closure in your life. Capricorn, this isn't coincidence. This is the universe making sure you can't miss what you've been avoiding. And once you receive the message, the path ahead will be clearer than ever before. Capricorn, let's talk about something that runs deep in your soul. You're known as the strong one, the reliable one, the person everyone can lean on. And because of that, you've built a habit of burying your emotions under responsibility. Instead of showing your pain, you cover it with work. Instead of expressing your doubts, you power through with discipline. On the surface, it looks like strength, but deep inside, unspoken emotions begin to pile up. The problem is, those buried emotions don't disappear. They wait. They sit like shadows, hidden beneath layers of duty, waiting for the right moment to rise again. And that's exactly why the shadow messenger shows up. Not to hurt you, not to chain you, but to free you from what you've been carrying silently for too long. When you ignore the shadow, when you push the emotions back down, you delay your blessings. Because the universe cannot hand you the next chapter while your hands are still gripping the weight of the last one. That unfinished pain, that unresolved truth, becomes a barrier between you and the miracle waiting to break through. Capricorn, hear this clearly. This messenger is not your enemy. They may remind you of something you'd rather forget, but their arrival is your invitation to finally release, to close the book, to breathe lighter, to make space for what's next. This is not punishment, it's liberation. The shadow messenger doesn't chain you to the past. They hand you the key to step into your future. Trust that truth, and you'll find that what once felt heavy now becomes the very thing that sets you free. When you ignore the shadow, when you push the emotions back down, you delay your blessings. Because the universe cannot hand you the next chapter while your hands are still gripping the weight of the last one. That unfinished pain, that unresolved truth, becomes a barrier between you and the miracle waiting to break through. Capricorn, hear this clearly. This messenger is not your enemy. They may remind you of something you'd rather forget, but their arrival is your invitation to finally release, to close the book, to breathe lighter, to make space for what's next. This is not punishment, it's liberation. The shadow messenger doesn't chain you to the past. They hand you the key to step into your future. Trust that truth, and you'll find that what once felt heavy now becomes the very thing that sets you free. Capricorn, the third and final cosmic message, comes wrapped in disguise. Unlike the sudden blockage that feels frustrating, or the shadow messenger that feels unsettling, this one will appear exciting, yet terrifying at the same time. It will show up as an opportunity, but not the kind that feels comfortable or familiar. Instead, it will look risky, too strange, too sudden. It might be a job that asks you to stretch beyond your usual role, an investment that looks uncertain at first glance, a partnership that seems unusual, or even a sudden invitation, a trip, an event, a chance encounter that feels almost too spontaneous for your carefully structured plans. And Capricorn, your first reaction will almost certainly be fear. You'll think, this isn't safe, this isn't secure. What if I make the wrong choice? Because your nature craves stability, your instinct will tell you to hesitate, to wait, to keep analyzing until the chance slips away. But here's the truth the universe is whispering. This is the doorway you've been waiting for. Imagine saying yes to a small opportunity, helping a friend, attending a last-minute meeting, or exploring a side project. On the surface, it feels minor, but within days, that simple yes snowballs into something life-changing, unexpected financial gain, a powerful connection, or a breakthrough that shifts your entire path. But here's the twist. This hidden opportunity comes with an expiration date. The door will not stay open forever. In fact, it will close by September 30th. If you don't step forward, if you let fear talk you into staying safe, Someone else will walk through it, and when they do, they'll take the blessing that was meant for you. Capricorn, this is why trust is so important now. The third message is the reward for passing the first two. The blockage cleared your path. The shadow messenger revealed the missing truth. And this hidden opportunity? It's the miracle waiting at the finish line. When it appears, sudden, strange, or risky, don't overthink it. Don't let fear chain you to the familiar. Listen to the whisper. This is the doorway. Step through before it closes and watch how everything changes. Capricorn, now let's bring it all together. These three cosmic messages are not random events scattered across your life. They are linked, each one a step in a divine sequence, a chain reaction designed to lead you straight to your breakthrough. The first message, the blockage, is not there to punish you. It's there to prepare you. By shutting one door, the universe clears space for another to open. Without that pause, you'd keep running down a path too small for your destiny. The blockage is your training ground, a reminder that patience and surrender are sometimes more powerful than force. The second message, the shadow messenger, arrives to reveal what's been hidden. This is the truth you couldn't or wouldn't see on your own. Whether it comes through a person, a dream, or a sudden revelation, this messenger delivers the missing piece. They bring healing, closure, or critical information that lifts the final weight from your shoulders. Without that clarity, you couldn't recognize the opportunity waiting for you next. And finally, the third message, the hidden opportunity, is the reward. This is the miracle disguised as risk, the doorway disguised as fear. It's the universe's way of asking, will you trust what you've learned? Will you leap when it matters most? This opportunity doesn't just add something small to your life, it's the spark that ignites everything. Together, these three messages form a chain reaction. The blockage clears your path. The shadow messenger hands you the key. And the hidden opportunity swings the final door wide open. But here's the warning, Capricorn. If you miss even one of these messages, the chain breaks. The breakthrough never fully activates. You stay stuck halfway up the mountain, always wondering why things almost worked out, but never reach completion. But if you recognize all three, if you surrender to the blockage, listen to the messenger, and step through the opportunity, you walk straight into abundance. The miracle doesn't just knock on your door, it bursts it wide open. Capricorn, this is your cosmic sequence. 3 signs, 1 destiny, and all of it leading you to the abundance you've been preparing for your entire life. Capricorn, now it's time to pause and reflect. I don't want you to just listen to these messages like a story. I want you to recognize where they are already showing up in your life. Because the universe doesn't whisper without reason. And if you're here, watching this right now, it means one of these messages has already knocked on your door. So let me ask you, have you felt the sudden blockage already? Maybe a plan collapsed at the last second, a deal didn't go through, or someone told you no when you were sure the answer would be yes. At first, it probably felt like failure. But now, looking back, can you see how that pause might be protecting you from something smaller, preparing you for something bigger? Who or what has been acting as the shadow messenger in your life? Is it a person from your past reappearing out of nowhere? A dream that keeps repeating? A sudden revelation from a friend, family member, or even a stranger? Sometimes the shadow doesn't look like light at first, but it still carries the truth you need. Which messenger has shown up for you? And most importantly, are you ready to say yes to the hidden opportunity? Because Capricorn, this is the big one. The opportunity won't look safe, it won't look predictable, it will test your trust in the universe. But what if that leap of faith is exactly what delivers your breakthrough? Are you ready to take it? I want to hear from you in the comments. Share which of these 3 messages you're already experiencing. Tell me, has the blockage already tested you? Has the shadow messenger already appeared? Or are you standing at the edge of the hidden opportunity, deciding whether to step through? Don't just scroll away. This is your chance to claim it. By writing it down, by naming the sign you're experiencing, you're signaling to the universe that you're awake, that you're paying attention, that you're ready for what's next. So tell me below, Capricorn, which part of the universe is calling you most right now? So Capricorn, let's bring it all home. Before September 30th, the universe has a very clear plan for you. It is delivering 3 urgent messages that you cannot ignore. Each one carries a test, a revelation, and a hidden gift. Miss even one, and the chain of your breakthrough is broken. Recognize all 3, and the miracle you've been waiting for, maybe for years, is ready to unfold in your life. The first message is the sudden blockage. At first, it feels like a door slammed in your face. You'll feel frustrated, confused, even angry. But this blockage is not the end. It's the pause that the universe put in place to protect you, to realign your path so you don't settle for anything less than extraordinary. What looks like an obstacle now will, in just a few days, reveal itself as the stepping stone to your true destiny. The second message is the shadow messenger. This one may arrive as a person, a dream, a message, or a sudden memory. It may unsettle you. It may bring back emotions you thought were buried. But this messenger is not here to chain you to the past. They are here to deliver truth, healing, and the missing piece you need to move forward. Pay attention, Capricorn. The key to your breakthrough is hidden in what they reveal. And finally, the third message is the hidden opportunity. It will look risky, unfamiliar, maybe even frightening. Your first instinct may be to hesitate, but this is the doorway you've been waiting for. Say yes to it, and everything changes. Your finances, your relationships, your confidence, your future, everything is set to shift in ways you never expected. But step too slowly, wait too long, and the door closes. Someone else walks through, and the miracle passes by. Capricorn, your destiny is already knocking. The signs are here, the timing is precise, and the universe is waiting for your response. You can feel it, the energy, the pull, the sense that something life-changing is just within reach. The question is, will you open the door before it closes? Will you trust the timing, follow the signs, and step into what you've been preparing for all your life? Or will fear hold you back and let the opportunity slip through your fingers? This is your moment, Capricorn. The miracle is waiting. The messages are clear. The countdown is real. Pay attention, trust yourself, and act. Because what comes next could change everything.